You are listening to the IoT for All Media Network.
Let me ask you this one question. It's kind of just generally speaking, when we're talking about kind of the state of the industry and stuff like that. Did you notice any change or anything different in the security space during the pandemic? And kind of how did the company kind of handle the growth or I guess handle the situation and kind of come out of it well?
Yeah, that's a very good point. Pandemic been a horrible experience for around the
Sure.
globe for
Sure.
everybody.
Right.
When it comes to technology, though, actually, I think it did good. Ironically, I think pandemic made a lot of people to be to think smarter when it comes to IoT, to actually deploy IoT in full meaning of IoT,
Right.
to realize the value of connectivity and value of being able to control their environment and their devices remotely, which basically means IoT. And obviously, at the bottom line was, oh, am I secure in doing so? So
Right.
then it brought up the kind of create a more colorful environment around security challenges and made people to properly think about how to get things done securely. So I think IoT ecosystem and IoT applications grown suddenly in the past 2 years, from digital doctors to digital medical devices to tracking devices that track the vaccine shipments around the globe for COVID. So suddenly we see a jump into IoT applications during the pandemic, which also brought more focus on security aspect of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a very interesting kind of in the conversations that I've had over the last number of months. It's been interesting to kind of just understand and get different perspectives on how the pandemic influenced businesses in the IoT space. Not just the companies themselves, but the demand, the shift in use cases, the shift in interest in IoT. And yeah, so I was just curious, kind of from a security standpoint, kind of what you all saw and what you noticed. So that's fantastic to hear that you all been doing pretty well, kind of coming out of it, and it sounds like a lot of optimism going into the future, which is great. Last thing I want to do before we wrap up here is just for our audience out there who wants to learn more, follow up, kind of maybe ask some questions, just generally kind of in that sense of things. What's the best way to do that?
So we have amazing white papers on our website.
Okay.
If they visit our website, cryptoquantique.com,
Okay.
we regularly produce good blogs on the website. You can follow us on LinkedIn and also Twitter.
Fantastic. And anything exciting new coming out in the future, like in the next number of months, that we should kind of keep an eye out for?
Of course. I mean, we just announced a couple of very exciting partnerships. One is with Microchip. So now we have
Nice.
integrated our services, the whole unified end-to-end security, to Microchip TrustFlex tool sets. So if you're using Microchip secure elements, etc., you could easily deploy a QuarkLink, our software, and by doing that, you don't need to worry about key provisioning, secure firmware provisioning, firmware update, rekeying, etc. So all of that is taken care of. We also announced recently a partnership with Andes, which are a RISC-V provider, core provider, which is another exciting kind of environment for us. RISC-V, I believe, is democratizing computing or the power of compute for everybody. And it's kind of, I can see synergy between us because we in turn also trying to democratize security or IoT security for everyone, but create something that is agnostic and is unifying all bits and pieces and give them freedom. So these are exciting things. We will be in the embedded